Doom 2016. Whenever someone brings up the name of the game, or even briefly mentions the Doom series as a whole, immediately a few things come to mind. Badass demons, brutality and gore, big effing guns, and of course, a complex but interesting narrative. Today, however, I'll be covering a very different, more uncommon and possibly less popular narrative of Doom 2016. A narrative where demons are much less relevant. A story where glory kills are not used for the joy of brutality, where things take a very different and speedier approach to things, and we learn about a much different and overall less familiar side of playing Doom 2016. I'm of course talking about Doom 2016 speedrunning. The speedrun categories, any percent, all secrets, and 100% classic, even though different in terms of objectives, are all run on the I'm Too Young to Die difficulty, and therefore all start in the well-known intro, where runners watch a Doomslayer wake up laying on top of her sarcophagus, breaking free from his chains and going on a rampage against 3 possessed before grabbing the Praetor suit and making their way out into the UAC. This is a story on how speedrunning the Doom 2016 intro gradually changed after the game's release through both smaller yet interesting optimizations, as well as through big notable discoveries, changing how the intro played out completely. This video will take us through a 5-year journey on how speedrunners managed to bring down an average 4-minute intro segment at the point straight after release, all the way down to a mere 27 seconds in present day, where glitches, skips, and sequence breaks dominantly rule the Doom 2016 unrestricted categories. With that said, I hope you will enjoy the video. Our story begins on May the 14th, 2016, the day after the game's release. 2 speedrunners by the name of Blood Thunder and Nord both finished their very first speedruns of the game. Both finished the 2016 intro segment in 3 minutes and 47 seconds by Blood Thunder, and 3 minutes and 37 seconds by Nord respectively. These 2 runs are considered to be the very first recorded runs of the game, and displayed how little was yet known about the game, and more importantly, the intro specifically, setting a precedent for the rest of the runs to follow. Their intros were simple and straightforward. Grab the pistol, headshot the 3 possessed, wait until they could press the button, grab the Praetor suit, combat shotgun, kill all the demons after triggering the gore nest, and pray to RNGesus that Imps wouldn't be running around everywhere, and hit the elevator button to take them to the UAC. It's clear that there aren't any notable discoveries to mention at this point, although, according to Blood Thunder, there was some early theorizing on how learning about imp spawn locations after triggering the gore nest arena could potentially speed up the encounter, but it was eventually dismissed due to wanting to revisit that theory again in the future.
Honestly, I kind of expected the tutorial part to be like 5 minutes or so it's gonna be a little bit faster than I thought.
In the following days, as the overall times were already pushed below the 2-hour mark, some small optimizations in the intro were discovered. On the 18th of May, 2016, a runner by the name of Theodrasil finished an any percent run in 1 hour, 52 minutes and 17 seconds, completing the intro in just 3 minutes and 17 seconds, a roughly 20-second improvement compared to the aforementioned intro segments by Blood Thunder and Nord. Interestingly enough, in this run, the time saved in the intro was not because of a new notable discovery, but was mainly due to a slightly faster gore nest encounter, as well as a new but rather small discovery in the sarcophagus room. As it turned out, after killing the 3 possessed in the sarcophagus room and continuously shooting the pistol, followed by interacting with the button to open the door, skips a forced, roughly 6-second long animation that normally plays, in which the Slayer inspects the pistol for a brief period of time. When this animation normally starts playing, it completely prevents interaction with any other triggers until that animation is played out entirely. Theodrasil was one of the first runners to start incorporating this small optimization, with many more runners to follow. Who exactly discovered this small time save, or which run was the first run that made use of this, remains unclear, as there seems to be no discussion surrounding this animation skip during that time. As times of the speedrun itself were pushed down further and further due to new discoveries throughout the rest of the game, The intro unfortunately remained kind of the same, hovering around a 3-minute time on average and only seeing slight optimizations in terms of movement, combat improvements, and some extra knowledge on imp spawn locations. On the 30th of May, a runner by the name of the Aldir achieved a time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 40 seconds. The Aldir's run was especially noteworthy as it not only remained to be the world record any percent time for over 2 months, but also included the fastest recorded intro time, putting down a noteworthy 2 minutes, 53 seconds, and 910 millisecond elevator button press. Besides the luck factor of having the imps cooperate in the Aldir's favor, leading to additional time save, they also demonstrated to have additional knowledge on spawn position of imps within the Gornest room, but also showcased their impressive use of the combat shotgun. Despite having their any percent world record time beaten twice in the month of August by runner Jerome Good, who clocked in a whopping 59 minutes and 19 seconds, the Aldir's noteworthy intro time still remained to be the fastest recorded intro time for an even longer period of time. Since the new world record time, as well as runs from subsequent other runners during or following that period, although using a similar route for the intro, they still managed to finish the intro just above or barely below the 3-minute mark. It wasn't until the 9th of September, as well as the 22nd of September, that runner the Aldir not only claimed the world record back on both of these dates, they also managed to beat their previous best recorded intro times twice, clocking in at 2 minutes, 52 seconds, and 950 milliseconds on the 9th of September, and 2 minutes, 52 seconds, and 360 milliseconds on the 22nd of September. Even though they eventually saw their times being beaten multiple times by a new and talented runner going by the name of Pafi on the following dates, the Aldir's 2 minutes, 52 second, and 360 millisecond intro segment still reigns supreme to be the fastest recorded intro time until date. Following almost half a year after release of the game, and having no big discoveries or major breakthroughs found in the intro, it seems like this was finally going to change. A rather significant change, actually. On the 25th of November, 2016, a runner going by the name of Instagibbs posted a video demonstrating how to skip the Gornest encounter entirely in the intro, using a method called a glory kill clip. A glory kill clip is a technique that makes use of a specific glory kill animation of a demon, typically one from a possessed, in combination with specific positioning of both the slayer and the demon, and timing on the glory kill input to clip through certain geometry. Glory kill clipping was actually already utilized to skip a big portion of the level resource operations, and Instagibbs found that by baiting a possessed to the big door, getting both the possessed and the slayer in a specific position, and timing the glory kill at the right moment allowed for clipping through the door, skipping the Gornest fight entirely. Instagibbs' video not only included a setup for just the glory kill clip, it also included a setup allowing runners to press the elevator button through the wall from a specific position outside of the elevator. This was necessary since a trigger that normally opens both the doors to the elevator room, as well as the doors of the elevator door itself, was now skipped using this new glory kill clip, preventing access to the elevator and therefore preventing runners from pressing the button. Following this big discovery, a little over a week later, runner Pafi managed to improve the record by setting a very impressive 38-minute and 58-second new any percent record, but also claiming the fastest known intro segment, completing the intro in just 2 minutes, 29 seconds, and 970 milliseconds, improving the previous fastest intro segment by roughly 22 seconds, after runner the Aldir held the record for over half a year. Since glory kill clips were already known a few days after release, and were already widely utilized in levels such as resource operations, why were runners not experimenting with this method in the intro before? One possible theory runners could not be bothered testing this before was due to a lack of consistent setups in which glory kill clips were performed back then, possibly bringing more frustration if more of these glory kill clips were found and incorporated into the run. Over the course of the next year, the fastest recorded intro time would continue to be brought down by subsequent runners, as this newly found method was far from optimized. It quickly became clear that this new method, utilizing a glory kill clip and pressing a button through a wall, presented a more challenging but less luck-dependent intro segment, creating closer times between runners. Despite seeing full run times drop with another 9 minutes over the course of 2017, it seems that the roughly 20-second time save from the glory kill clip and the new elevated button press was as good as the intro was going to get, with the runner Whitehound claiming the new fastest recorded intro time of 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and 640 milliseconds on the 18th of July. This attempt was especially noteworthy as it not only demonstrated Whitehound's impressive execution of the glory kill clip, but also displayed how much faster the elevated button press could be set up and executed compared to its first uses in runs shortly after its discovery.
45. Nice.
At the very end of 2017, one of the fastest improving runners by the name of Seeker posted a new setup for the elevated button press in the Modern Doom Speedrunning Discord, demonstrating there was yet another small improvement on the horizon before the year ended. The setup Seeker posted involved pushing the Slayer into a wall outside of the elevator, followed by aiming to a specific part of the wall, then proceeding by using the walk key and sliding the Slayer slowly to a specific part of the elevator door, followed by a crosshair adjustment to press the elevator button. Not only was the setup found to be more consistent, the method simply saved time compared to the old setup, as now less time was spent having to find a specific position on the ground before pressing the elevator button. Kicking off the year 2018 strong, on the 5th of January 2018, runner Seeker achieved a new any percent world record time, clocking in a whopping 28 minutes and 58 second full run time, but also managed to claim a new fastest recorded intro time of 2 minutes, 19 seconds, and 220 milliseconds using this new elevated button press setup in the same run. Following the next 7 months in 2018, besides finding multiple new discoveries in the rest of the game, the intro times remained relatively similar, averaging between 2 minutes 22 seconds and 2 minutes and 18 seconds between runners. On the 10th of July, Seeker managed to beat the fastest recorded intro time by achieving a 2 minute and 16 second elevator button press, improving his previous best time of 2 minutes and 19 seconds by about 3 seconds. After dropping the world record time down to a 25 minute and 57 second time on the 10th of July 2018, things started to slow down and stabilize again. The rest of the year saw no new discoveries in the intro, and only saw some runners grinding down their times while having relatively consistent intro times between them. Seeker's 2 minute and 16 second intro time would remain the fastest recorded intro segment, even after bringing down the world record to a 23 minute and 57 second time, which had a similar paced but ultimately still slightly slower intro segment compared to the 2:16 at the start of July. After the community saw the record times drop down further through new notable discoveries in the rest of the game throughout 2018, runners began to wonder, when is the next big thing in the intro? Will we ever be able to skip the intro entirely? Or perhaps the Praetor suit? Leaving the year 2018 and heading into 2019, it seemed like this year again had new things in store for the Doom Runners, as on the 18th of April 2019, runner Meta posted a big new discovery in the Modern Doom Speedrunning Discord. The discovery Meta posted was a method to go out of bounds in the Gorneth's room in the intro, utilizing a technique called a paperclip. A paperclip is a technique that allows the Slayer to clip in between two planes that don't fully intersect using wiggling inputs. Although these close to fully intersecting planes typically have to be approached from a specific angle to allow the player to clip through them, the paperclip meta found in the Gorneth's room seemed to be very simple and easy to execute. This discovery, following shortly after the initial discovery of the paperclip technique itself a few days before, would set a precedent for things to come. And what notable precedent would this be? On the 23rd of April 2019, Seeker posted a screenshot in the Modern Doom Speedrunning Discord of him being out of bounds in the intro room, shortly followed by him posting a video showcasing the discovery of another paperclip located in the room with the Praetor suit. This paperclip was executed by waiting until the door opened after watching the Olivia cutscene, followed by getting into a corner near the door, then jump into a very specific part of the door frame and paperclipping the Slayer to go out of bounds. Once out of bounds, it was possible to jump on certain geometry and jump over rooms and navigate over planes, sometimes with a visible collision, followed by dropping into the Gorneth's room from the ceiling. This discovery would go down in history as possibly the single biggest time save found in the intro, as it was now possible to skip the Praetor shoot entirely, and therefore skipping a whopping 1 minute and 10-second cutscene that played when grabbing the Praetor suit. On the 30th of April 2019, Seeker set a new world record any percent time of 22 minutes and 32 seconds, and finished the intro segment in a mere 55 seconds, setting a new fastest intro segment. This was an incredible 1 minute and 30-second time save, compared to the previous fastest intro segment of 2 minutes and 16 seconds, set in July 2018. In this run, Seeker was one of the first runners to make use of this new paperclip before the Praetor suit, navigating the out-of-bounds sections and demonstrating an out-of-bounds path that could now skip the Gorneth's room entirely, effectively skipping the paperclip method that was discovered earlier to skip the Gorneth's room. In the months leading up to August 2019, it seemed like the community found ways to do the previously skipped out-of-bounds movement more consistently. On the 14th of August 2019, runner prodigy Glurmo achieved a time of 22 minutes and 25 seconds, briefly snagging the world record away from Seeker. Even though the intro time itself was a very small improvement over Seeker's intro time, Glurmo's execution demonstrated how much potential this new discovery had to be further optimized. A day after, however, on the 15th, Seeker responded and grabbed the record back in return, finishing at 22 minutes and 1 second time, but also finishing the intro in 52 seconds, a nearly 3-second improvement over the previous fastest intro segment, using faster execution of the paperclip and better out-of-bounds movement. It didn't stop there, however. On the 16th of August 2019, just 4 days after taking back the record, Seeker posted another discovery in the Speedrun Discord. This time, it was the discovery of a so-called rail boost in the intro. A rail boost is a glitch with the physics engine that allows players to launch at high speeds off certain geometry. After navigating out of bounds using the paperclip before the Praetor suit, there is a certain spot players can stand on, use a specific lineup and pressing backwards to fall off that ledge, and pressing forwards to bump into that ledge again to get boosted forward with very high velocity. This would then allow players to clip into the elevator shaft, and with a specific lineup press the elevator button from outside of the elevator. Although this rail boost was found, Seeker's time of 22 minutes and 1 second on the 15th of August would set a stamp on the year 2019, and the year saw no further discoveries or new notable record or intro times, with runners only attempting to get further acquainted with all of these new and crazy discoveries. It was theorized that this new rail boost would save around 2 to 3 seconds on average due to the additional setup time necessary, but could see times drop even further because of it. On the 9th of October 2019, Runner Henny K finished an any percent run with a personal best time of 23 minutes and 38 seconds. This run was quite special as it was the first finished run demonstrating this real boost in the intro and would serve as an example, showcasing the complexity of the real boost, but also simply displaying the necessary skills on how to set up and execute this hard glitch successfully.
Like, the inputs are fairly tight. It might be your positioning, it might be the angle you look, it might be the inputs. Like, if one of those three things is off, then you will...
Leaving the year 2019 and entering the year 2020 mainly saw runners grinding runs and experimenting with how this new real boost operated. This new discovery made some runners opt out on performing this real boost due to its overall difficulty and already increasingly more reset heavy intro segment, but also saw existing top runners viewed as just an additional time save. On the 10th of March 2020, Seeker managed to set a new world record time of 21 minutes and 19 seconds, and was the second person to not only finish a run with this real boost, but also managed to beat the fastest recorded intro segment, setting a new fastest time to beat on the intro of 50 seconds. Over the course of the next few months, runners Henny, Glurmo, and Seeker would not only grind runs daily using these new discoveries, but also finish impressive intro segments between them, with Glurmo even achieving a 53-second intro segment while opting out on using the real boost. On the 17th of March 2020, Seeker achieved the very first ever barely sub 21 minute time, finishing a run in 20 minutes and 59 seconds. Not only was this a big milestone on its own in the community, Seeker managed to finish the intro segment in just 49 seconds without using the real boost. This run, in turn, would again press a stamp on the year 2020, seeing no further notable changes on the intro for the rest of the year, apart from some other yet unnamed runners climbing the ranks and showing both their full runtime and intro time potential. Besides these times, Seeker's 49-second intro segment, the 2059 full runtime, would reign supreme over the rest of the year 2020, demonstrating not only Seeker's talent and raw skill, but also displaying how close his best recorded intro segment was compared to other runners. Although Seeker's 11-month-old world record time of 2059 was eventually beaten in February 2021, the intro segment time of 49 seconds would still be left standing as the fastest recorded intro segment, as the new record of 2054 became close but barely missed out on beating this time by just a second. In March 2021, Seeker managed to take the record back again, achieving a 20-minute and 48-second time, although, also with this new time, did not manage to beat the fastest recorded intro time. Even though this new record did not beat the time, it did showcase that a 49-second time was close to becoming more of an average intro time for some of the active runners. The first half of 2021 remained relatively tame, with existing runners grinding for a better time and seeing some new faces appear in the community. One of those faces was a new runner going by the name of Sabuline Horizon. Throughout the beginning of 2021, Sabuline, besides running himself, spent quite a bit of time not only revisiting old strategies and creating new, sometimes more safe or consistent iterations on existing skips or techniques, they were also actively looking to find new discoveries in the game. One of his discoveries, however, starting the month August 2021, would then shake up the community one more time. On the 3rd of August 2021, runner Sabuline Horizon posted a video in the Modern Doom Speedrunning Discord showcasing a new paperclip in the sarcophagus room, displaying how to get out of bounds without having to kill the 3 possessed, sitting through the Olivia cutscene and waiting for the door to open, as well as doing the first part of the paperclip in the Praetor suit room. This new paperclip worked by jumping on a part of the robot arms next to the sarcophagus, jumping on some pipes near the ceiling, and then performing a paperclip in a wall just above the sarcophagus itself, allowing runners to go out of bounds even faster. The discovery of this new paperclip was huge, as proper timing revealed this to be a whopping 20-second time save over the previous paperclip in the Praetor suit room. On the 14th of August 2021, runner Daravae managed to set a new record time of 20 minutes and 29 seconds using this new route, finishing the intro in just 33 seconds. Although this intro time was far from optimized, it showed its new potential to be an even bigger time save. Just 2 days later, on the 16th of August, Seeker would take back the record in his usual fashion and set a huge new milestone in the community. The first ever sub 20 minute time of 19 minutes and 57 seconds also managed to finish the intro in his 31 seconds. Not only was his full run time impressive, Seeker managed to finish the whole intro segment with the fastest strats possible, also including the real boost in his run. On the 15th of October 2021, just barely a few weeks before release of this video, runner Divine finished a 20-minute and 44-second full runtime, but also clocked in the first ever recorded 29-second intro time in a run. At the time of recording this video, the 29-second intro time from Divine would therefore be considered the fastest possible intro segment time until date. Interestingly enough, although not finished in a single segment attempt, several runners already achieved best intro segment times of around or even below 27 seconds, showing there's more to come. This in turn only emphasizes how optimized new discoveries can eventually get, and displays not only how much skill and talent Doom 2016 runners possess, but also how the niche community involving Doom 2016 speedrunners works together time and time again to find new things and push the times even lower. Thanks for watching this video. Special thanks to all the listed people below for allowing me to use their footage and Discord discussion from the year 2016 until date. This video would not have happened without you. Additional thanks to Guacadao for assisting with technical explanations, as well as thanks to Henry8383 for helping to clean up the script of this video. If you're interested in seeing more videos like these in the future, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, please consider following me on Twitch. I stream a few days per week, streaming both Doom 2016 Any% and Doom Eternal speedruns. I'm considering making more of these videos, so feel free to leave some feedback below in the comments section, or what videos you'd like to see in the future.